Damn. Well, speaking of dinosaurs, clioaite, making myself feel old. For some reason, I think of the PlayStation 2 as not being a console that was out in 1999, but I guess it was. For some reason, I think of it as like a turn of the century type thing. It was 2000. No, it can't be, because that game came out in 1999. Oh yeah, 2000. Okay, I was right. Maybe it was 2000 or 2001. Might have been 2001. Because I remember what happened. I was a child, and it was Christmas. And you know the kids who get like the NES or the SNES or whatever it was, or the Nintendo 64, and their face goes, like that? I was that child for the PlayStation 2. It was 2001, I can tell you that for a fact. Okay. So, what happened was, it was Christmas 2001, and I was opening one of my presents, and lo and behold, Robot Wars Arenas of Destruction is the present, and I get really excited, but then I go, but wait, we don't have a PlayStation 2, we can't play this. And I was trying to explain to my mum, I think at the time, being like, Mum, we don't have this console, I'm sorry. I was like trying to tell my mum, being like, oh, we have to return this. We have to give it back to Santa. We can't play this because we don't have the console. And then lo and behold, the next box I opened was a bit bigger than the Robot Wars box, and lo and behold, it was the PlayStation 2. And then I went, I was very excited. So I think we got Robot Wars, and then I think, was it Spyro 2? Did we get Spyro 2? Was Spyro 2 on the PlayStation 1 as well? Because we got Robot Wars, because I liked Robot Wars, the TV show, and then there was a cutesy game, like a kid's game. Was it Crash Bandicoot? I don't remember. Spyro 2 was on PlayStation 2? I don't remember what we got. It was Robot Wars and something else. I remember that. And then my sister wanted to keep playing the cutesy game and not Robot Wars. But I also liked the cutesy game. Did anyone else have this arrangement where, like, the older sibling got to play the games and then you had to sit and watch? And then my sister would sometimes give me the controller, but it wasn't plugged in. So I was just, like, pretending to play next to her. That was me with the PlayStation 1. Basically, I didn't get to play all of Spyro until the fateful time in which I accidentally overwrote my sister's playtime on Spyro. So I overwrote her save because I didn't know what the word overwrite means. So I accidentally saved over her save of Spyro when she was on the last level. She was on the final level of Spyro, and I accidentally deleted her save. Is that how I got my high score? You monster. I apologized, and then I cried because my sister cried, and then Mum came in and was like, what's going on? Why are you crying? And then my sister, was like, she saved over my save, and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't know what the words meant. And then, to make it up for it, when my sister and her husband got a PlayStation 4, I made it up to my sister by buying her the Spyro collection. So now she has all of the Spyro games on PlayStation, and so my debt has been paid for that. And she's finished Spyro. She finished the first Spyro. But then she tells me that, like, she was playing Spyro 2. This is when she was, like, very pregnant. She got a lot of Spyro done when she was off on maternity leave. I think she was playing, like, Spyro 2. And, she couldn't figure out how to do, like, the racing mini games. And then her husband would, like, ace it every single time. And then he would taunt her, being like, oh, it's easy, you just gotta do this. And then she would be like, I can't do it. And then would have to get him to do the mini games. So I don't know if she's finished the trilogy yet, but I made it up for her. I made it up to her to the overwriting of the Spyro save. So yes. Very cute. Yes. My sister and her husband are very cute together. As is their child. Their baby is very cute. But now my brother-in-law, he now has a PlayStation 5. Because that's what he got some absurd amount of time off. I think he got 6 weeks maternity leave, I think. But he got to delay it. So, like, my sister took 6 months maternity leave, or like 3 months maternity leave. And then the husband, basically, when that ended, he then took, I think, 6 weeks. So during those 6 weeks, he was just like, what am I going to do? I'm looking after this child, but it's a baby, right? It's just been born. So he was like, I'll get a PlayStation 5. So he has I think he has one of the PlayStation 5. So he gamed a lot, and whilst, you know, had the baby next to him asleep. So he got a lot of gaming hours, and then yeah, every time we meet, he's like, what are you doing now? What are you playing now? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm playing this, blah, 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 blah. Because he used to play a lot of Civ, so he does kind of understand, like, strategy games. He was asking me about Civ 7, because it came out on PlayStation 5, and he was asking if he should play it, and I was like, oh, if you like the older Civs, you might not like Civ 7, because it's quite different. And then I think he ended up getting Civ 6 on iPad or something, and he said I think he was playing it via that, and it was actually pretty decent. Somehow. Does the baby game? I imagine she will when she's older, probably. But I think my niece is growing up probably to be very sporty. I think my niece is probably going to be a very sporty baby. A tomboy, if you will. Not to push expectations on a child. I mean, she's basically she's almost 2-ish, I think. So she's you know, she's getting older, as we all are. Like, she's a child. She has her own will and determination, but she's also still a blob. She's just like she's literally a baby, right? She just kind of is driven by, I don't know, base needs. Like, she gets given spaghetti, and then she eats the spaghetti. And then sometimes the spaghetti goes on the floor, and then the dog eats the spaghetti, and then my sister is like, oi, don't drop your spaghetti. Eat the spaghetti. But my sister's done a very good job. She's a very good mother. She has been getting my niece to basically eat so much healthy food that I don't think when I was a child, I don't think my mum was like, I don't know, my mum was definitely like a meat and 2-veg type chef. So then my sister has been like, oh yeah, have zucchini and all these other various different healthy foods, which I honestly don't know if I ever had as a child. I don't remember if I ever had, like, eggplant as a baby. I probably didn't. I was probably having mashed potato and meat, and then leeks, and then, I don't know, maybe some... You eat them now, right? I think I can eat zucchini, yes. I think I don't mind zucchini. Roast zucchini is pretty good. When you roast it, slice it up into thin slices and then roast it. That's pretty good. But you season it a lot as well. Ads time? It is ads time. Yes, but don't worry, guys. After these ads, I'm going to actually be playing the game. So we'll do that, but I'm going to put the kettle on and make a cup of tea. 1 sec. I'll be 1 sec, guys. Like older women who are crying, sweaty, blushing, and tired. Awooga, awooga. Here's your fan service. Is this the forbidden mommy Clio I heard about? No. I don't have mommy energy. What are you talking about?